Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Welcome to NIVS Home School. I hope you all are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. I am also fine. Here I am Kamrun Nahar, Assistant Teacher of National Ideal English Version School, Day Shift. My dear students of class 5, today I am going to take your Bangladesh and Global Studies class. And our today's topic is chapter 11. So all of you take your Bangladesh and Global Studies books and go to page number 82. And the name of this chapter is Ethnic Groups in Bangladesh. So let's start our class. My dear students, we know that there are some small groups of people in our country who live here for a long period of time, and their language, their social custom, their behavior are different from us, and these small groups of people are called ethnic minority group. So today we will know about the Garo and the Khashi ethnic groups, and there are other ethnic groups in our country like Tripura, Chakma, Marma, Santal, etc. So today we will discuss about the Garo and the Khashi people. So let's start. So at first we will know about the living place of the Garo. The Garo lived in Mymensingh and Tangail. Now you can look at your book page number 83. Now look, there is a map of Bangladesh. Now look, the Garo people live in Mymensingh and Tangail, and there is a map. And now look, there is a different ethnic groups living in our country. Some of them are Santal, Oraon, then Hajong, Manipuri, Chakma, Marma, Tripura, Burma, etc. Lusai, Mro, and most of them live in the hilly regions of our country, that means the southeastern part of Bangladesh. Now look at the map of page 83. Okay, now look, the Garo live in Mymensingh and Tangail, and they migrated from Tibet. So they came to our country from Tibet, and when did they come? They came to our country about 4,500 years ago, and then they started to live in our country, and their language is Atik, and it is a spoken language because this language does not have its own alphabet. So their language is only spoken. They can't write it. Their language is not written. Now their religion, they are the follower of Sangsarek, and their original religion was Sangsarek, but most are now Christians. That means now they have converted themselves into Christian religion, and they are the followers of Christian, and all of them follow or celebrate the Christian festivals or norms. Now the society, their society is matriarchal. So what do you mean by matriarchal? And it is their tradition, which means the mother is the head of the family, and women inherit the family property, and the offspring, that means the children, get the title of their mother, and it's very important in the society, and the youngest daughter inherits all the family properties. So this is the matriarchal society. Mother is the head of the family, that means mother is in the top position of the family in the Garo society, and the youngest the children, that means the youngest daughter, will inherit all the family properties. Now their food, meat, fish, rice, and different type of vegetables. Like the people of Bangladesh, they like to have rice with meat, fish and vegetables, but there is a special food, and it is made with soft bamboo. Specialty is cooking with a stem of soft bamboo, and this food is very popular in the Garo society, and its name is Mewa. So the food made of soft bamboo is called Mewa, and it is their favorite food. Now the housing. The name of the house was called Nokmandi, and they built it by the riverside. But nowadays most of the Garos build the house which is made of iron and other materials. They build the house like us. Now clothing, and women wear dokpanda or dokshari, and the men wear shirt, lungi and dhoti. So dokpanda and dokshari are the traditional dress for the women of the Garo. Now the festivals. They celebrate Wangala in October or November. It is like the celebration of the harvest. When we celebrate the Nabanno Utsav in our country, and they celebrate Wangala in October and November. That means it is dedicated to the sun and the god Sajlong, who gives fertility to the soil. So they celebrate it to show respect to the sun and their god named Sajlong. And the festival is celebrated with drums and flutes. That means they celebrate the festival with music. So this is the lifestyle of the Garo. They live in Mymensingh and Tangai. Their language is Achik, and they are the followers of the Christian now, but their original religion was Sangsarek, and their society is matriarchal. That means mother is the head of the family, and their food is meat, fish, rice with different types of vegetables. And their name of the house is Nokmandi, and Dokpanda and Dokshari are the clothing for women, and men wear shirt, lungi and dhoti. And the name of their festival is Wangala, which is celebrated in October and November to show respect to the sun and the god Sajlong. Now we will know about the Khashi people, and the Khashis live in Sylhet, and Sylhet is called the former kingdom named Jayanto. Now the language. The name of the Khashi language is Monkheim, and like the Garo language, this language is also spoken, and it is not written because this language has no alphabet. Now religion. They worship many gods, among whom Ublai Nangthu, creator of the earth, the father of gods. Now the Khashi people worship several gods, but among them the father of the god is Ublai Nangthu, and he is considered the creator of the earth. Now the society. Their society is also matriarchal. That means like the Gar society, their family is also matriarchal, which means the mother is the head of the family, and it is very important. And their society is also agricultural society. That means their economy and they depend on agriculture, and which specializes in growing battle leaves and cultivating bees. That means apiculture, which is cultivation of bees is called apiculture. So they grow battle leaves. The battle leaves of Khashis are very famous, and which is very good. And they also cultivate orange. Now food. Like the Garo people, rice, meat, dried fish and honey is their favorite food, and they have it with rice, and they welcome their guests with sacred battle leaves and nuts and tea, and they consider battle leaves very sacred, and they welcome their guests with these battle leaves and nuts and tea. So this is their social custom. And and now we can ask, what is social custom? And social custom means activity or behavior which is followed by a particular group of people. Now the clothing. Girls wear kazim pin. So the name of the dress of the Khashi girls are kazim pin, and men wear shirt and lungi called fungu morung. So this is the name of the clothing of the men of the Khashi people. Now the festival. The Khashi people also celebrate different puja, weddings, and their festivals are accompanied or followed by what? Dance and music accompany every festival, like their puja, weddings, festivals, drought and flood. So when they pray or show respect to the gods, or when it is wedding or any festivals, or if there is any flood or drought, they worship along with dance and music. So this is the life of the Khashi people, lifestyle of the Khashi people. They live in Sylhet now, and their language is Monkem, and the name of the god is Ublay Nangtho, and their family is also matriarchal, and they also like to eat rice, meat and dried fish and honey, and the name of the clothing of the girls are Kazimpin, and the name of the clothing of the men is Fungu Morong, and they also worship their god accompanied with dance and music, and they love to dance and they love to perform in their weddings and puja. So my dear students, today we have known about the today we have learned about the lifestyle of the Garo and the Khashi people. Now look, what are the similarities of the Garos and the Khashi? Could you find it out from here? They have the matriarchal society, and they also love to eat rice, meat, fish, and the Khashi people also love to eat rice, fish and meat. So all of we will go through topic 1 and 2 and try to find out the similarities and dissimilarities of the Khashi and the Garo people. So my dear students, that's all for today. Hope you have understood our today's topic. So my dear students, now look, there is a homework for you, homework number 7. From chapter 11, you will go through topic 1 and 2, that means the Garo and the Khashi, and then you will make 5 fill in the blanks from these 2 topics. So do your homework in your assigned SW copy and submit it on every Sunday within 8 am to 4 pm. And your SBS city and diary marks will be given on the basis of the submission of your homework copies. So study a lot and listen to your parents. See you again. Allah Hafiz.